status affect anything? We have new reporting on the details of his life behind bars, and we are bringing on a prison expert.
In the middle of the quiet, the reality of D4vd's situation began to unfold. Inside that room, legal advisors reviewed every detail of the case.
He's been there since his arrest in April. The LA Sheriff's Office calls this facility, quote, the world's largest jail, as well as...
Right after, rumors began spreading across media outlets. Moments later, official reports clarified the daily living conditions. Tension rose when details about security protocols emerged. As if that were not enough, visitor access was restricted. What no one expected was that early hearings faced delays. Realizing what was happening, defense attorneys adjusted strategy. Face-to-face, legal teams debated upcoming procedural steps.
But typically, their initial experience is just like any other. They'll be arrested wherever.
Meanwhile, public speculation continued to grow rapidly. When everything settled, correctional officers explained daily rules. As a result, strict schedules governed every single morning. Without warning, unexpected housing reassignments took place. On the other side of the door, inmates gathered. Not long after, recreational hours were severely limited. The argument grew heated when cell privileges were reviewed. The secret was exposed when internal logs were leaked. Unable to believe it, supporters voiced strong reactions online.
They have, whether in gangs or anything like that, to try to level themselves up, because once you owe someone a favor...
Without backing down, investigators pursued additional evidence. At the same time, family members requested private visitations. Later, legal motions were formally filed in court. From that moment on, all eyes remained on court dates. Just when things seemed calm, new witness testimonies surfaced. In that room, prosecutors evaluated the fresh claims. Without wasting time, defense attorneys submitted counter-evidence. To make matters worse, scheduling conflicts delayed proceedings further. As it turns out, key technical evidence required re-examination. At that very moment, media crews outside requested comments.
Have standards through the American Corrections Association. So they'll typically have, like a hamburger day.
Under everyone's watchful eyes, the judge issued preliminary directions. While this was happening, guards maintained strict safety measures. Alone, D4vd spent time preparing for long legal hearings. However, new motions changed the estimated timeline again. Before anyone could react, prosecutors introduced revised charges. Out on the terrace, commentators analyzed the potential impact. And then, bail conditions were once again brought into question. The mood turned even darker when release options were denied. The reality was different. Long-term custody remained unavoidable. After a long silence, D4vd's team released a formal statement. Despite the pressure, preparations for trial continued forward. For their part, fans maintained solidarity through support posts. Away from the noise, legal advisors prepared final arguments. Ever since, court dates have determined the weekly routine. That night, the case reached a critical pretrial phase. Inside the workplace, staff filed the remaining paperwork. Right after, the court announced the date of the primary hearing. Things got worse when initial defense motions were challenged. What no one knew was that additional testimonies were scheduled. Watching the scene unfold, observers noted the high stakes involved. In front of the whole family, representatives promised full transparency. Without anyone noticing, final preparations were completed. When everything settled, D4vd remained in custody awaiting trial. Even so, legal proceedings will continue into the next session. But this time, every detail in court will determine the future. Stay tuned for more updates on this story.